The next play, I just dropped The Edge of Heaven, which I'm really excited about. It stars my friend Mark Fite and his daughter Josephine Fite, and my friend David Bickford, who's also doing the music. This is set in the old Century City Mall, a place that I spent a lot of time in growing up. I lived a few minutes away, and my father and I used to, and with my sister too, sometimes roller skate down from our house into Century City, and we'd just skate around and around, and we'd see movies there, and there were shops that I went to every year to, go back to school. And there's just something special about that mall. I can't put my finger on it because it's weird to say that, oh, a mall was so dear to my heart, but this one was kind of unique. There was a man who had a flower cart. He was a singing flower man. He's a character in the play. And you just go to the mall and he'd be there singing these songs. And there was just something magical about the mall, even though it was a consumerist place like any mall. But there's just something about it. It was a throwback, to a different time. And again, LA has changed so much since I've been young. Century City is one of the places that I kind of grieve for. And I lost my dad about 5 years ago. And so there is a character in the play, a ghost father character that this young girl encounters. And so that one was kind of very easy to tap into emotionally to write. And Heaven, the reason why it's called The Edge of Heaven is there was a store called Heaven. There was one in Century City in Beverly Hills. And it was just a fun store for adolescent girls to go to. It had all this weird stuff and it was kind of hip. And I think Madonna had a Heaven t-shirt, and it was just kind of a great place. And, it's gone now. People who aren't from here, maybe they'll get a little window into what it's like to live here. Los Angeles is a mysterious and strange place. Over the years, people have said to me, why haven't you moved to New York? You want to be a playwright, And I love New York, but I just can't seem to leave LA because I'm so inspired by it. And, if you see David Lynch movies that are set here, he just captures that perfectly, that mystery and wonder and underlying sinister quality of Los Angeles. And I'm just really attracted to that. So if you don't live here, it'll be something new. If you do live here, you'll say, oh yeah, I can see that. And I think, I don't know, I mean, it's for people that like stories and the idea that someone's whispering in your ear. I mean, there's such an intimate quality with any radio play, because the actor's right there in your ear. And I really enjoy it as a way to listen to stories. And I just hope that, and my characters, they do say some strange things and some dark things and, some perverted things and all kinds of things. And it just seems like, wow, it's going right into the listener's ear. That's great. I think people should be listening. I mean, there's so much competition, so they can listen to everything in addition to mine. But again, I'm a Los Angeles native, and, I'm proud of my city and its murder history and, Hollywood and all the strangeness here. As annoying as it can be, it's also wondrous. And I'm a proud native. I don't know. That's one reason. I think that they're unique. It doesn't mean that it's a good podcast, but it's certainly unique in that these pieces are surreal. I think a lot of radio play podcasts, they're straight plays, they're naturalistic, which, don't get me wrong, I love naturalism also. But I think these, I haven't listened to many, but what I'm doing is a little different, because these are surreal. They're either a mix of naturalism and surreal, or they're even more surreal. And I think that's unique. And I think the degree of music is unique, and just sharing my love for, like we've been talking about, music as a facet of storytelling and not just transitional. Certainly films do it all the time. In fact, if you watch a TV show, procedural or 1 hour drama, it almost always ends with the last 2 minutes. They'll do a song and they'll show you the characters doing stuff, without speaking. So it's not a new idea that, I've created. But I always seem to have more music, and these aren't musicals, but then other plays that are produced. And I think that's different. Whether or not it's worth listening to or people are interested in that, I can't say. But those are, and I guess also the plays sort of veer into the dark side of Los Angeles without being bleak. I didn't want the plays to be just, a slow boat to hell. But it is it's kind of the B side or the dark side. People come here from all over the world and they want to see celebrities and, do cool things and stuff. But, there's dark things that are interesting too. And I don't know. And that's always my interest when I visit somewhere. I want to go to the cemeteries. I want to learn about, some interesting things about the city. So it's like I was saying, it's sort of an alternate dreamlike audio tour of Los Angeles. I try to drop a play every month and a half. I don't want these to be binged. I kind of like the idea of the play being dropped and it, sitting there for a while so someone could listen to it again. That's one of the comments that I've gotten a lot from people is that they sort of defy categorization and they should be listened to again. And, you pick up nuances. And so I like that each one just kind of sits there for a good month or month and a half. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I am the playwright, director, and creator of A Garden of Terrible Blooms podcast. We have a website where you can listen to the plays for free. It's www.terribleblooms.net. We also have some wonderful photographs and paintings, original art on the site. And of course, if you follow podcasts, you can download us from any podcast forums. If you're interested or intrigued or even hate Los Angeles, you might enjoy this podcast. If you're attracted to the dark side or, ghost stories or fairy tales set in urban environments, you might enjoy this podcast. The plays are short. They're 15, sometimes 20 minutes with a lot of original music from local musicians and, of course, local talent, local actors. And it was made with love, and I hope you enjoy it.